make the Shabbat table fun. Incorporate games and activities into the Shabbat meal, which will engage the children as active participants in the Shabbat meal. Better yet, have your children lead the games and thereby enable them to be a leader at their Shabbat table.
Kids as well love having fun. They're kids at the end of the day. They're not adults. They don't like just to schmooze and socialize. They just want to have a good time, play games. So let them be the leader by the Shabbat table. Let them run the game, even if they're young. For example, I'll give you a few games that you could play that they will really have a good time. Let them have their special hat, their game hat that they are the hostess. And you could have a special game called the 3-letter word game. This game, you have 2 teams, whichever teams you want. And each team has about 35 seconds to choose to read out their card. The card goes like this. They have 3 letters. This one says use, U-S-E. The first team has about 35 seconds to come up with 3 words, 3 Jewish words or concepts that start with these letters. For example, you. What could be for you? Something Jewish. It could be something like Uncle Velvel. Or S. S for Shabbat. E. There's lots of E's, but E could be, for example, etrog. And then the next team goes. And the next team has a word, lit. And they have to think of 3 things. For example, L, it could be lulav. Or I could be ice cream that we eat on Shavuot. And T could be for Torah. But what it starts getting very challenging in this game is once a letter is said, a word is said, it can't be said again. So if there's another word that has an E, etrog, can't be said. Or if there's another word that has T, Torah, can't be said. And the kids laugh and they get so proud, and the competition really gets them excited. Another game that they can do, and it can be different weeks, is called the shmata game. The kids will gather lots of different shmatas, lots of different items from their house. It could be anything and everything, but of course, try that it should not be muksa. Try that you should be able to do it and use it on Shabbat. So in my bag, I have a sweet potato. And the person that picks out the sweet potato from the bag has to connect something Jewish. What can a sweet potato have to do with something Jewish? They might come up with, you could put the sweet potato in a soup to be eaten on Shabbat. Or the sweet potato could be used to look a little bit like a hammer that the Jewish people used in Egypt when they were building the pyramids. And everybody laughs. Or the next one takes out something from their bag, and it's a flower. It's a flower pin, and that person can connect it to anything. Maybe it can be used to look beautiful on Shabbat, or it could be used for Shavuot to decorate the whole shul with our flowers. And of course, everybody takes out a different item and connects it with something to do with Shabbat. And of course, let the kids wear their special hat and make them feel proud. And the last game that we will say is something that you could do every single week, and something that really involves everybody. When the child, old or young, is setting up the Shabbat table, let them bring a treat to put underneath everybody's place. It could be a lolly, it could be bisley, it could be a biscuit, it could be anything, something to put underneath its share. And when we go around the table, each person has to share either a special thing that happened to them that week, or a mitzvah that they did that week, a Torah thought, or they could just start a Jewish song. After they start their thing or say their special mitzvah, they of course get to have their treat. Let the children lead these games and let them feel like they are the ones in charge. Shabbat Shalom.